Hi, I'm Ed Coates and I'm an ambassador for Avon Scouts, and I'm here today at the Woodhouse Park Scout Activity Centre. It's one of the big national centres around the UK, and I'm going to join some of the Scouts now and see what they're up to. I went to the South Pole about 4 years ago now, and it all started, I suppose, when I was very small, 7 years old. I was in the Beavers, and then the Cubs, and then the Scouts, and then the Explorer Scouts. And I've gone right through that and got a real love of the outdoors and climbing and expeditions. And I did my Chief Scouts Challenge and Queen Scouts Award and went off on various trips. And eventually it all led, many years later, to going to Antarctica. And I don't know if you know much about Antarctica. It's one of the coldest, highest, windiest places in the earth. The average temperature down there is -92, and it's extremely cold. And we walked across Antarctica for 2 months, racing to the South Pole. And it was all started, I suppose, with the sort of things that you guys are doing here today.
You can just feed it through that green loop, so down the top, but down through the hole there. And then what I'd like to do is take the slack out and then follow the through there, and that'll complete your double figure of 8. So follow it through all the way through.
So I go all the way,
yeah,
all the way
that
under.
knot nice and tight into your harness. So pull that slack for a little bit more.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Follow it back down there, yeah, and then pull through the slack again.
And what's this called?
This one here, this is your safety line. This is the double figure of 8 knot, which is quite a basic climbing knot, which secures quite a lot of things there.
Quite a long way down. Have you guys already been down? Yeah. So you're just smiling. You're smiling quite evilly about the.
They've had their nervous moment.
Quite as long as you don't look down.
Bar there, spin around, 2 arms on the bar and face them.
Woohoo!
Excellent. Right. Excellent. Right. So now this is where we get into the abseil position. So now what I'd like you to do is feed that red rope through, lowering your bum down to where your feet are. So the idea is to keep yourself as level as possible.
Alice is laughing at me.
She knows what happens next.
And then?
And then what I want you to do is taking little steps down the wall, controlling your descent there, feeding that red rope through. Good luck. Excellent.
Thanks, guys. See you later. So, I mean, what would you say to people about coming to Scouts and joining in?
Opens so many different doors, really. You get to do so much because you get to do the activities that they're doing, but then you get to go and do different experiences, and it gives you confidence to kind of challenge yourself, really. But obviously, it's so flexible that you can just drop in and out when you know that you're available.
I am a hospital doctor, basically, so that's my day job.
So why would you come and do this? Why would you become an ambassador for Scouting?
Well, I've been involved as a Scout since I was 7 years old, and becoming an ambassador for Scouting was just the most natural thing to do, really. I've been involved with it for absolutely years, and I think, like a lot of people, you do something when you're a kid, all of which was done through volunteers when I was young, from the age of 7 through to 18 in Scouting. And it's when you get a little bit further on in life and you have kids of your own and you see you can give a little bit back, it became a natural thing for me to want to get back involved with Scouting, because I think it's such an incredible organisation. Well, I've had an incredible day here at Woodhouse Park. Behind me are all the Scouts that I've spent the day with. We've been doing abseiling, backwards cooking, building A-frames, which we've all stood on. We've got the entire troop on top of the A-frame. And we've just basically been having an incredible day in the outdoors in Bristol. And these are young people, Explorer Scouts, and they're surrounded not only by healthy volunteers, but people who've been Scouts themselves and come back into Scouting after years away from it. If anybody is watching this, I would just encourage you, implore you to get involved in Scouting. It's one of the coolest things out there to do as a young person, and you'll get an awful lot of reward as a young child, but also coming back into it, one of the nicest things I think is volunteering in Scouting.